Self-esteem. It can also be correlated to self-respect. It is a person's confidence with his or her abilities and worth. It is an overall subjective judgment towards the self. How can self-esteem affect an individual? Our everyday thoughts contribute to our outlooks and to our reactions in different life situations. Simply comparing an individual with a good self-esteem and an individual with poor self-esteem, they may be put in the same situation but have different experiences due to the way they think. Self-esteem can also affect the quality of life. Unattended low self-esteem may lead to mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. One's self-esteem can be the difference between success and failure. There are different factors that could affect one's self-esteem. One would be body image. It usually begins during puberty. An individual notices the start of the changes in the body and may compare it to his or her peers. Example, a boy may compare his height with his friends because his friends are already growing much taller than him. Or, an individual starting to be attracted to someone may start to feel more conscious about his or her physical appearance. Second, social experiences. An individual's social environment contributes greatly to the boost of self-confidence that he or she can feel. Simply put, an individual who is raised with a loving family and close friends to an individual who grew up with problematic family and few friends, the chances are the influence of the social environment would be taken in by the individual. Being bullied is also one of the most common factors that decrease a person's self-esteem. Third, performance. An individual's overall performance in terms of school and extracurricular activities may greatly affect how an individual sees himself or herself. Example, a girl who tried out for the cheerleading team who did not get in could feel unworthy, while a girl who gets in the team may feel more proud of herself. Methodology. Study design is a quantitative observational cross-sectional descriptive design. The participants, all CRS students who are currently taking up the research methodology course. This includes 34 students from sports science, 50 from speech-language pathology, 80 from occupational therapy, and 97 from physical therapy. The setting, University of Santo Tomas, College of Rehabilitation Sciences. Data gathering procedures. Structured questionnaire, more specifically the Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale. The students were asked to answer the questionnaire displayed. Data analysis. Descriptive statistics. It has a general objective to describe the self-esteem levels of Research Methodology 1 CRS students, more specifically, to determine whether the students have a high or low self-esteem, to compare the self-esteem levels among the different programs, and to compare the self-esteem levels of males and females of Research Methodology 1 CRS students. Results for Objective A, which was to determine whether the Research Methodology 1 CRS students have a high or low self-esteem. From a total of 261, 187 students, or the 72%, have a high self-esteem level, while the remaining 74 students, or the 28% of them, have low self-esteem level. The 72% with a high self-esteem level is formed by the 71% of the SPS program, 54% of SLP, 53% of the PT, and 47% of the OT who scored above or equal to 15. While the 28% with a low self-esteem level is formed by the 29% of the SPS, 46% of SLP, 47% of PT, and 53% of OT who scored below 15. Moreover, the results for Objective C, which was to compare the self-esteem level of males and female students, 79% of the male students and 69% of the female students have a high self-esteem level, while 21% of the males and 31% of females have a low self-esteem level. Conclusion: since the students' scores are divided into a high and low self-esteem level, 72% have a high self-esteem level. This means that, generally, the research methodology 1 CRS students have a high self-esteem level. For Objective B, SPS garnered 71% high self-esteem level, which would mean that out of the 4 programs, the students in the SPS program have the highest self-esteem level, while the students of the OT program have the lowest self-esteem level. For Objective C, males are found to have a higher self-esteem than the females of Research Methodology 1 CRS students. In summary, Research Methodology 1 CRS students have a high self-esteem level wherein most of the respondents garnered a score above or equal to 15. The students from the SPS program were found to have the highest self-esteem level compared to the other 3 programs. Lastly, males have a higher self-esteem level, which is up by 10% compared to the females of Research Methodology 1 CRS students. The study implies that it can be used by the guidance counselor to use as a basis of the self-esteem levels of the respondents and act on the data acquired accordingly. Thank you.